progression of this side, particularly around set piece from that first game?
Yeah, look, I think we're progressing really well. Obviously, we're not getting the results we want now, so there's a lot of room to improve. But week to week, we're seeing significant improvement in our set piece performance. It's going to be a constant work on for us, but it's certainly an area of focus, and I think we're trending in the right direction.
Are you of the belief that you can still build confidence and build momentum even if the results aren't going right?
Yeah, absolutely, we have to. That's something Eddie's been really good at, so setting a really clear direction. We've been really solutions focused after these games, so getting a really clear idea of what we need to improve and how we're going to improve it, and then trying to build belief within the team about how we can get pressure on opposition and maintain that pressure, which is probably what's let us down in the first few games.
So it's easy said and done against the All Blacks, but what's that kind of, just that non-negotiable you've got to do on Saturday to really maintain, not only maintain the pressure, but just sort of keep them under the pressure, really?
Yeah. Well, I think what you said is the key point. It's finding a way to get them under pressure and keep them under pressure. You could do that through your set piece, through attack, through defence, through kicking. So it's just important that we come up with a strategy that suits the players we've got and suits, obviously, the All Blacks for this weekend. But like I said, we've got a plan in place, and now we've just got to do the work to make sure we can execute it.
And how much of a step up, I guess, is it coming up against the All Blacks at the set piece? They were pretty well perfect for at least 20-30 minutes there against the Springboks.
Yeah, well, everyone you play against at this level offers a different challenge. So it's not necessarily always a step up, but it's a different challenge. So we've got to come up with different plans and different strategies and make sure that we're prepared for this particular team that we're playing against, the All Blacks.
One player who wasn't at training this morning was the part I saw, Michael Hooper.
Yep.
Give us an update on where he's at.
Yeah. So he's progressing well. He did some light running. Today, and the medical staff are working with him. So yeah, we'll give him as long as we need to.
So you talk about step up. You've done some work around the Brums in terms of coaching. Coming from super to test level, what's been the biggest noticeable difference in terms of how you're preparing and game planning?
The biggest difference is really the time you've got to prepare, I'd say. So we get the team together a couple of weeks before the first test, whereas in Super Rugby we get a 3-month pre-season or something like that. So the biggest difference for me has really been the time, and what that emphasises really is the need to prioritise what's important. So you've got to very quickly narrow down the elements of the game that are going to be most important for us winning this particular game, and focus on those. So.
Neil yesterday touched on the importance of having Will Scotland back and what he's brought is just to kind of bring that added class and winning experience. What have you noticed that he's really brought to this World Cup, particularly around that set piece game?
Yeah, well, Willie offers a lot around the set piece, but I think you touched on it. The big thing that he adds is that the experience that he's got, and the fact that he's a winner. Like he's come from winning teams, he knows how to win games, and I think that's rubbing off on the players around him. Like the leadership he shows in and around, especially Maul, has been exceptional. So I think he's a fantastic addition, and we're only going to see him get better over the next few games.
He's having someone like Tony Alatupo come back, spend a bit of time in the Australia program. Have you noticed the more refreshed Tupo, getting that opportunity to go back home? He's talking about the emotional scenes yesterday. Do you notice that kind of reflecting his attitude and how he's sort of applied himself this week?
I think so, yeah. Nella's been great. I mean, he's obviously coming off the back of a big injury, so that's going to take time to get right, but we've seen really good signs at training and on the field and off the field. So yeah, I think he'll be back on the field soon and sort of edging towards his best.
And just in terms of your development, you've obviously had some great mentors in Canberra and you've developed your craft there, but just being around this group, how excited are you, I guess, to come out of the World Cup in terms of where you're going to be able to get knowledge?
Yeah, I mean, this is a great experience for me. I mean, Eddie's the obvious example, but Neil Hatley as well is an extremely experienced international forwards coach. I think I learn something new off both of them every day. So, the past few months I've been working with them has been a real learning experience. I expect that to keep going to the end of the World Cup. So yeah, I'm excited by it, and I'm trying to take every opportunity I can with those guys.